By the end of this module, you should be able to identify the safety precautions to take when operating a heat pump, identify the common hazards that may arise when operating a heat pump, and describe the safety measures to take to avoid heat pump hazards.
When operating heat pumps, it's of paramount importance to adhere to safety precautions, ensuring the well-being of individuals and the optimal functionality of the system. Key safety precautions include regular maintenance, proper installation, electrical safety, refrigerant safety, airflow, ventilation, carbon monoxide detection, and safety switches. Regular maintenance, schedule periodic maintenance checks performed by a qualified technician to meticulously inspect and service the heat pump system, assuring that all components are in prime working condition. Proper installation, guarantee that the heat pump system is expertly and accurately installed by a professional technician, strictly adhering to local building codes and the manufacturer's instructions. Electrical safety, acknowledge that working with heat pumps carries the risk of electrical shock. Ensure that all electrical connections are adequately insulated and securely fastened, and remember to turn off the power supply before conducting maintenance or repairs. Refrigerant safety, recognize the potential hazards associated with refrigerants employed in heat pumps. Avoid any refrigerant leaks and make sure that only certified technicians handle tasks related to refrigerant management. Airflow, maintain unobstructed surroundings around the indoor and outdoor units of the heat pump to facilitate proper airflow, as obstructed airflow can lead to diminished efficiency and overheating. Ventilation, ascertain the presence of adequate ventilation within the indoor space where the heat pump operates to avert the accumulation of combustion gases or exhaust from other appliances. Carbon monoxide detection, install carbon monoxide detectors in areas where combustion heating appliances are used, as malfunctions can result in the release of this colorless and odorless gas. Safety switches, verify that safety switches, encompassing high-pressure and low-pressure switches, function correctly, as they can trigger the system's shutdown upon detecting abnormal conditions. Operating heat pumps may give rise to several common hazards, including electrical hazards, refrigerant leaks, carbon monoxide poisoning, and poor ventilation. Electrical hazards. The electrical components of a heat pump entail a risk of electric shock or fire if not adequately maintained or if there are wiring issues. Exposure to electrical hazards causes improper wiring or connections, lack of routine electrical inspections, damaged electrical components, and electrical overload or short circuits. Here are some tips to avoid electrical hazards. Schedule regular electrical inspections and maintenance by a certified technician. Ensure all electrical connections are securely insulated and periodically inspected. Replace or repair damaged electrical components promptly. Avoid overloading circuits and maintain proper circuitry design. Refrigerant leaks have the potential to release harmful chemicals into the environment, posing health risks and contributing to ozone depletion. Exposure to refrigerant leaks causes corrosion or physical damage to refrigerant lines, poorly sealed or connected joints and fittings, and inadequate maintenance leading to wear and tear. Here are some tips to avoid refrigerant leaks hazards. Routinely inspect refrigerant lines for signs of corrosion or physical damage. Ensure that joints and fittings are properly sealed and connected. Adhere to a strict schedule of maintenance and address any wear and tear promptly. Carbon monoxide poisoning. In instances where a heat pump is interconnected with a combustion heating system, inadequate ventilation or malfunctions can lead to the emission of carbon monoxide, a deadly gas. Exposure to carbon monoxide poisoning causes incomplete combustion of fuel in the heating system, insufficient ventilation in the heating area, and malfunctioning combustion equipment. Here are some tips to avoid carbon monoxide poisoning. Maintain proper ventilation in areas where combustion heating appliances are used. Ensure that combustion equipment is regularly inspected and functioning correctly. Install carbon monoxide detectors in areas with combustion heating systems. Poor ventilation. Inadequate indoor space ventilation can lead to subpar indoor air quality and discomfort. Exposure to poor ventilation causes insufficient airflow in the indoor space, blockages in air intake or exhaust vents, and lack of proper ventilation systems. Here are some tips to avoid poor ventilation while operating or installing the heat pumps. Keep the area around heat pump units clear of obstructions to ensure proper airflow, regularly inspect air intake and exhaust vents for blockages and obstructions, and install or maintain proper ventilation systems in the indoor space. In summary, operating a heat pump safely is vital to enjoy its benefits. Follow best practices, perform regular maintenance, and ensure proper installation to prevent hazards like carbon monoxide poisoning and electrical issues.